You would know that Angel Reese has just been suspended for the entire season and fined over $1.2 million for what she just did, as she was caught saying the Z word on live TV. Now,
Caitlin Clark, she will be missing Friday's game due to her continued groin injury, and Angel Reese has been suspended for Friday's game after getting assessed a technical foul Wednesday night for pimp slapping Aaliyah Edwards.
Angel Reese suspended, and now she won't even be on the court when her Chicago Sky faces the Indiana Fever. The timing could not be worse. She was just making headlines for calling out her own teammates, then tried to backpedal the second the backlash started cooking. Now she's missing the Fever game, and honestly, it's pouring gasoline on an already blazing fire. Is this just rookie drama spinning out of control, or is Angel finally realizing that her words have consequences? Either way, things just got real messy.
Reese receives her 8th tech, which will prohibit her from playing against the Indiana Fever. And 2, she's in some pretty hot water with her teammates about that Chicago Tribune article.
Kathy Engelbert thought she had cracked the code. Sitting in that commissioner chair, probably scribbling marketing ideas on a sticky note, she decided the best way to build a rivalry was to hit fans with not 1, not 2, but 5 Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky games in one season. Because apparently, the WNBA's new strategy is reruns. Forget suspense, forget freshness. Kathy went full cable TV marathon mode like we're watching old Friends episodes instead of basketball.
Kathy Engelbert tried to rig the cards in the WNBA's favor by having the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky go head-to-head 5 times this season. Unfortunately for Kathy Engelbert, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese will only be going head-to-head 1 of those 5 times, and that time has...
The league sold it hard. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, the rivalry to save women's basketball. The promos were everywhere, like this was a heavyweight fight about to shake the world. But plot twist, out of 5 games, they've only actually faced each other once. One single time. Caitlin's been nursing that groin injury longer than it takes Netflix to renew a hit series. And Angel? She's been collecting suspensions like they are trading cards. Engelbert didn't give us a rivalry. She gave us the Titanic 2 of basketball marketing.
How did that happen? How did we get here? What she just said, the national championship game. We were not talking about Caitlin Clark before Angel Reese walked up to her, did this.
Lads, Angel Reese is currently about to be suspended. She has 7 technical fouls on the season. And if this was last season, in a 44-game season, she would have already been suspended. She would have already been suspended. And it is genuinely one of the funny things about this is that her fans are arguing that none of the texts are warranted. They are all warranted.
And why was Angel Reese missing Friday night's game? Oh, nothing major. Just a little suspension after she decided to test out her MMA skills on Aaliyah Edwards. Forget boxing out. Angel went full knockout. It wasn't even a front-hand hit either. She went with the backhand. The most disrespectful move in sports history. That wasn't just contact. That was attitude compressed into a single flick.
She packed her up, bro. She low-key packed her up. It was so sly. Oh, shoot. Dang, Angel. Man, this is horrible timing if she get this 8th technical. I think they're going to give her a technical. Getting suspended for a game after what she said about her team basically being trash. She needed new players, man. Yeah, that's a tech. Dang. So she's going to be suspended. This is all just bad timing, bro. Bad timing.
In her head. That's right. Angel Reese didn't use the front of her hand. Angel Reese went with the back of her hand and bow right across Aaliyah Edwards' head.
Of course, the debate caught fire. Was it on purpose? Was Aaliyah selling it? Was it even that bad? Blink and you'd miss it, but pause it, and you see the form. Angel's arm wasn't just moving, it was gliding. That motion had geometry, rotation, intent. Her arm was basically a protractor tracing a perfect arc across Aaliyah's face.
Tell you, when I picked my phone up and I looked at all of these damn alerts, I say, hold up, wait a minute. It is looking spooky. Angel Reese got suspended. Angel Reese threw her team under the bus. When the hell did this?
And credit where it's due, Aaliyah Edwards sold that hit like an Oscar nominee. She went down clutching her head like Zeus himself threw a lightning bolt. People acted like she got teleported into another dimension. But hey, she sold it. The refs bought it. And Angel? She picked up her 8th technical of the season. Suspension earned. But honestly, that slap was just one chapter in the Angel Reese Chronicles. Because when she's not throwing hands, she's throwing shade. Angel's been roasting her own locker room like she's hosting a stand-up special. Rachel Banham? Not a leader. Hailey Van Lith? Not ready for the league. Meanwhile, the Sky are 9-30. That's not a record. That's a documentary about what not to do. And still, Angel's walking around like she's the standard bearer of greatness when she's leading a team drowning in losses.
Leah Edwards is a lot of bucket.
Then came the moonwalk. Just 2 days after torching her team publicly, Angel started backtracking like a kid who just realized mom heard the whole thing. Suddenly, her words were taken out of context. Suddenly, she didn't mean it that way. She apologized privately. PR 101. You could practically hear Billie Jean playing in the background as she moonwalked out of accountability. And then came Ariel Atkins, suddenly playing the role of Angel's defense attorney. She dropped the now infamous heavy as the crown line, painting Angel as a 23-year-old carrying the weight of the world. That wasn't a pep talk, it was a full TED talk. But everyone knows Angel said what she said. No amount of "I was misunderstood" can change that. And while Ariel's trying to play peacemaker, half the locker room's like, "Girl, she named me." That's not confusion. That's a call-out.
Entire team feels attacked by her from comments that she made in a Chicago Tribune article. This is what Front Office Sports is reporting. According to the report, Reese said she doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Banham or Hailey Van Lith are capable of leading a playoff team. Guard Ariel Atkins is another player on the Sky's roster with WNBA championship experience.
Now here's where it gets real. Word around the league is that on an actual championship roster, Angel wouldn't even be the main piece. She'd be the 3rd or 4th option. Translation: not the queen, not the knight, maybe the bishop. Useful, but not running the kingdom. Yet she's out here demanding all-star help like she's carrying the entire WNBA. The result? Chaos. The Sky gave her the keys, and she drove the team straight into drama traffic. Now the front office is doing damage control, hosting awkward team bonding sessions that feel more like HR mediation. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the other half of this rivalry, is just chilling, healing her groin, and sipping tea watching the Sky implode from afar. This was supposed to be Ali versus Frazier. Instead, it's turned into General Hospital, WNBA edition.
Guys, Angel Reese roasted the Chicago Sky as a whole, as an organization, as a staff, a collective, and a crew, so bad to the point where it actually gave them some motivation into.
So, here we are. A rivalry with no rivalry. A self-proclaimed franchise savior who can't even save her locker room. A 9-30 record with more drama than Dubs. And a commissioner who thought this would be the league's golden ticket, only to end up with a sitcom. The Chicago Sky don't need a new playbook, they need a therapist. Forget rebuilding the roster, maybe start rebuilding trust. And Angel Reese? Whether it's a slap on the court or a slap in the locker room, she's keeping the league buzzing. That front office team meeting? Yeah, that had less team unity and more mandatory HR workshop energy. You can picture it. Folding chairs in a circle, everyone forced to share how they felt while trying not to make eye contact. Hailey Van Lith, once hyped as college basketball's sweetheart, now sitting there realizing her own teammate basically said she's a fraud. Rachel Banham, tired of being Twitter's punchline, getting name-dropped in public by her own squad. This wasn't honesty, it was precision shade.
The funny thing about the Indiana Fever and the Sky is that the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, she started this thing called Rivalry Week, of which the parameters pretty much put the Sky and the Indiana Fever as rivals, and obviously the two players being the rivals are Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now, Angel Reese has actually only played 1 game against the Fever, and she missed 2 games due to a back injury, and this will be her 3rd game that she misses against the Indiana.
Then came the predictable part, the apology tour. The "I didn't mean it like that" phase every celebrity hits when their words explode online. It's the sports version of a Notes app apology. Angel didn't even wait a full news cycle before pivoting to misunderstood. Because, sure, calling out teammates by name was just one big miscommunication, right? Like she was ordering at Starbucks and accidentally roasted her team. And let's not forget Ariel Atkins again, playing human shield for Angel. If the crown feels heavy, maybe it's not royalty, It's just all those turnovers and defensive lapses weighing her down.
This just in, Angel Reese is just back to being Angel Reese. No mistake about it. She can come out and say that she apologizes for the way that people took the comments that she made, but her comments were pretty.
The irony here could fill an arena. Angel keeps demanding better players around her, but who'd actually want to join her? No star free agents signing up to be next season's verbal punching bag. That's not team chemistry, that's a PR hazard. The Chicago Sky front office probably thought drafting Angel was a marketing slam dunk, sell tickets, jerseys, and hype. Instead, they got the WNBA version of a Bravo reality show. Teammates throwing subtle jabs in post-games, veterans side-eyeing rookies, and a rookie coach aging 5 years by halftime. Tyler Marsh probably thought he was walking into a build-the-culture opportunity, not a locker room fire drill. Poor guy signed up to coach basketball, not mediate therapy sessions between grown adults.
Baby, one thing Angel Reese knows how to do is get the internet going. For those that don't know, an article was released today by the Chicago Tribune featuring Angel Reese, and she was basically just talking about the state of the Chicago Sky, her hopes in the offseason, and basically just putting pressure on the front office in regards to building a championship team around her.
And honestly, that's the funniest part. What the league wanted versus what they got are two entirely different stories. They dreamed of Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, the iconic rivalry that would elevate women's basketball. Instead, they got one real matchup and a highlight reel of chaos, suspensions, injuries, and flops so dramatic they deserve daytime Emmys. This wasn't a rivalry, it was a blooper reel with a marketing campaign. And Angel herself? Every time she talks, she proves her critics right. Because if you're truly that great, you don't need to publicly beg for better teammates. You elevate the ones you've got. Michael Jordan didn't go live in '86 complaining about Scottie Pippen. He just hooped. Angel, though, she's chasing theatrics over stats. Sure, that backhand on Aaliyah had "don't mess with me" energy, but that's not leadership, that's frustration.
Pressed into action as if I wasn't already. The NFL returns tonight. Praise baby Jesus. But I'm out of it for a few hours. And I get online this morning and I find out that Angel Reese has...
And the league couldn't just ignore it. Suspension was inevitable. But the real irony? Angel's absence killed the very rivalry the league built their season around. Another Clark versus Reese showdown, gone. The WNBA's big money storyline evaporated faster than Chicago's playoff chances. It's like paying for Super Bowl tickets only to find out the team's forfeited. The Sky's flaws aren't subtle, they are flashing neon lights. An Angel calling herself a queen while acting like the jester? That's peak irony. Today it's Rachel Banham and Hailey Van Lith catching strays. Tomorrow, who knows? Keep this up, and Angel will be the player everyone loves to watch, but no one wants to play with. A highlight reel with no chemistry.
This morning, and I find out that Angel Reese has, for lack of a better way of putting it, shit all over her teammates. Or as some people might call it, drown her teammates. And her teammates are none too happy, nor should they be.
And that's the punchline. For all the speeches about crowns and being misunderstood, the scoreboard doesn't lie, 9-30. You can sugarcoat it, spin it, or throw a team meeting at it, but the Sky are a mess. Angel Reese is stuck halfway between superstar and spectacle, wondering why her empire feels more like a comedy sketch than a dynasty. Until she stops swinging at opponents and starts swinging at her own flaws, nothing's changing. The headlines will just get louder, the drama messier. And that crown? It'll only feel heavier. Maybe it's time she puts it down and just plays.